And there aren't a lot of deep people anymore. They're all surface level, and they don't take the time to think about the things that they're saying or the things that they're reading. And if they did, they'd find so much more meaning to life, you know? And I feel like that's what books do for people, is they give them like meaning and reasoning.
And we all have phones, and we all have MacBooks and iPads, and I can look at my room and I have all this electronics, and I don't have one book that isn't for school, and I just feel like it's just becoming more and more true to life, and it's scary, and I feel like we need to really pay attention and decide who we want our society to be and what we choose is important, and I feel like literature is important.
Because no matter what time period you're talking about, there's always going to be things in society that needs to be fixed. Nothing's ever going to be perfect.
I think it's just the thought of seeing the world in a different way, like what would happen if we didn't have books, and just the thought of not being able to have like a freedom of speech because you don't have the literature that is needed for you to think your own thoughts and like do what you want to do.
It's an information world. We're able to Google anything that we want. So I feel like we're still reading, but the depth and the content of what we're reading has suffered. I don't want to say dumbed down because that has a negative connotation, but it's become simpler and quicker and has less depth. Like a metaphor, you know, it'd be like if you pick something up, you know, say you're looking at a pineapple. So you pick it up and you look at it and then you set it down. That's social media. If you pick up the pineapple and then you turn it over and then you smell it and then you feel it and then maybe you cut it open and you see what it looks like inside and then maybe you taste it and maybe you make juice and maybe you make a salad, that's literature, that's a book. That's how much time you spend on a particular subject or an idea or things that you can pull from a novel have so much more depth and detail.
How has your opinion changed on society's direction after reading this?
At first, I thought our society was going in the right direction and like everything was turning perfect. But now after reading it, I realize our society is going in a downhill slope, and it's not a good thing, and that it's getting worse.
Leaves a lot to be desired.
Yeah.
Do you think Fahrenheit 451 conveyed a clear message about our society?
I think it conveyed a lot of messages.
Important ones?
Yeah, things we should avoid, things that we should fix that have already happened, and things that might have happened in the past that we can't let happen again.
Did you enjoy reading Fahrenheit 451?
Yes, I did. And then no, I didn't, because when you are reading it, you realize all the faults that you make in your life and how society makes mistakes too. And I think this is the first book I've ever read where it became true to life when it was written in the 50s. So it was like kind of sketchy.
Go home. Montag fixed his eyes upon her quietly. Go home and think of your first husband divorced and your second husband killed in a jet and your third husband blowing his brains out. Go home and think of the dozens of abortions you've had. Go home and think of that and your damn cesarean sections too. And your children who hate your guts. Go home and think how it all happened and what did you ever do to stop it.
So bring on your clubs and parties, your acrobats and magicians, your daredevils, jet cars, motorcycle helicopters, your sex and heroin, more of everything to do with automatic reflex.
Oh God, the tyranny of the majority. We all have our harps to play, but it's up to you to know with which ear you'll listen.